What's this? Huh? What's this, motherfucker? What's this? Huh? What's this?
Okay, so I'm going to do a video today about me showing yields. I show yields because I'm just showing you what we're doing as us farming. And basically I'm showing you yields for the corn that we're planting. You know, if you ever listen to the video, I'm consistently saying this is such and such variety, this is such and such a variety. That way you can see what it does. If it's doing it, we have sandy ground. You know, we're not out west like probably some of you guys are. We don't have 6 feet topsoil. We got maybe in our best ground 6 inches of topsoil. We got a lot of sand here, a lot of sand hills here. Even though we're pretty much flat, we do have sand hills. And I can be running along it and be getting like on that 1087 seed consultant corn. That was the first year I ever tried it. So yeah, I wanted to brag about it because it was actually really good corn. I can be running along getting 366 bushels to the acre and then go up on a sand hill and the machine will read 50 or 0 or whatever because there's just nothing coming in. Now it's a short area, but if you watch the video, you could see that, you know, it might be 350 and then it drops down to 240, 280, 270, and then it might drop to 150, 120, and then it'll jump back up. Well, every time you see it drop down, that's when I'm going through a sandy spot. And actually, it kills your yield. I mean, it just kills our yield horribly, our overall average. And for the guy that said to calibrate the machine is calibrated. We've had John Deere down here several times. They've made sure it's right. They've showed me how to do it. I've done it. And we're within a couple bushels of what each field from what our paperwork says at the granaries versus the acres. And them couple bushels could be, you know, when you unload with these combines, especially these John Deeres, I mean, when they start unloading out of that auger, they take a lot of corn out, a lot of beans out while they're unloading. I mean, it's fast and it's hitting that hopper. And sometimes you might pull up and start unloading, and the straps that run down the center of the hopper, you might hit a couple of them before you get perfectly in the center, and it's flinging some corn off or some beans off or whatever you're unloading. And especially when you put the last bin on these hoppers, when you already have corn in there, if you don't slow that machine down while you're unloading, when it's coming out of that auger, it'll hit with such force that it'll hit the corn in the trailer and actually start bouncing out. So what I do is I try to slow her down to the slowest thing she'll go and just work it all the way down and build it up. That's what I do. So, and our yields are good. And I think that attributes because we plant early. You know, it's the same every year around here. You get late spring rains. You get rains at the beginning of the summer. And then it starts teetering out where you might get a rain here and there. But in our area, we haven't had rain in 50-some days now. Now, we've had rain come, and it's went around us within a mile, and it keeps missing us. So, you know, we farm for us. I don't farm for any of these other farmers around here. They do what they want. We do what we want. I like to get our corn in early and get the late spring rains. I want the stalk getting up, getting tall. And by the time summertime gets here and we start getting showers, just little showers here and there, you know, I want that water to go towards the ear fill, because then the rain will stop. It does it every year to stop mid to late summer, and you're not getting the rain that you need to keep it growing. I want my corn pretty much grown, ears, everything before that. But you know, there's a lot of people hating on here because I'm showing yields because they said other people are having bad yields. Well, I can't help that. Like I said, we haven't had rain in 50-some days. That's just how life is. You know, one year we'll have good rains, one year we won't. But, you know, I can't help how the weather affects other farmers, or when if they decide to plant their stuff in May instead of April. I mean, that's the chance that they take. That's not my problem. You know, I live and breathe farming, so I'm thinking about next year already. Like I said, if we're getting good yields, yeah, I'm pumped up. I'm happy. If people don't like it, that's on them. I can't help that. You know, we try to do the best we can. When we get good yields like I'm showing you, it's making me happy because that means I did right. You know, nobody else is out here planting and doing this stuff. This is ours. We're doing it. We're planting. We're growing it. Of course, we want the best yields we possibly can get. So when I show you that, yes, I am bragging on myself and our family that we're doing good. Because that's what we want to do. That's what every farmer wants to do. And if they hate on somebody doing good, well, they're just horrible farmers then. Because that means you don't want your fellow man that does the same profession as you to succeed. I want everybody to do good. But I strive to do better than everybody else, in my opinion, because I want to do good. And basically, like I said, when I'm showing you the yields, I'm just showing you the brand of corn, the number of corn, so you can see what it does. So if you wanted to plant it as a farmer, or talk to your seed salesman and say, hey, I watched a video of a guy with this brand, it was doing good, he might be able to show you data like, yeah, it does do good. And you can go buy it. I don't sell corn, so it doesn't benefit me. I'm just showing you, you know, what it does. But, you know, all the haters out there, I can't help it. If you don't like it, you can't, just don't watch that part. Fast forward through it, you know, because I'm going to keep showing it. Because I'm proud of what we achieve. And I'm sure there's somebody else out there that achieves better. I can't help it now that they have monitors and combines that actually show you what you're doing. And we're showing you what we're doing. You know, I don't understand why people would hate on that. If you don't like it, I just can't help it. That's just how modern technology is. We're able to show you what we're doing. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep making the videos. Everything's calibrated. It is what it is. So, I just figured I'd let you all know because I had, you know, and one guy, Bill, upstate New York, every time I make a video, he's got something to say about how horrible I'm showing something, or I shouldn't do this, or I shouldn't do that. Well, this is what I do. This is what's on my videos. This is what I'm showing. And if you don't like the part that you're watching, fast forward through it. You know, I don't know what to tell you. So, everybody around here, this is the problem that I keep saying is farmers are against farmers when every other farmer do bad so they can try to take the land, or nobody builds anybody up anymore and is happy because somebody's successful. And that's what's wrong with the United States right now. Everybody's against everybody and nobody's ever going to band together and succeed. I mean, it's just stupid. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to keep doing it. You know, 1087 Seed Consultant. Great yields. Great yields. So you've seen it for yourself. This week we'll be cutting more 1087 we got over here, and it actually looks better than what I just cut. So I'll show you that. So if I hit 400, I hit 400. Don't be hating on it. Be happy. Be happy that there's a hybrid out there that does it. I'm going to be cutting our good field of P1222 Pioneer 112 day. I'm really excited about seeing what that does. I don't think the yields are going to be as up because it's really dry, so I've actually lost some yield, but I think it's going to do good for dry corn. If the yields hit 400, don't hate, be happy. Go buy that seed brand, because if it can grow on this sandy ass shit, what do you think it's going to do on your topsoil out west that's just perfect land? So, I don't know. I'm getting ready to get the combine out. It's Sunday. I'm going to go golfing later with my buddies. But while we're not doing nothing right now, I'm going to get the combine out, blow it off, grease it. So come Monday, Tuesday, when we start cutting again, she's good to go. So I just figured I'd give you all that rant because there's so many people that whine about seeing good yields. If I watched a video and a guy told me it was a certain brand and it was doing almost 400 bushels to the acre, I would talk to my seed salesman and say, hey, this guy planted it on soils like we have, and it was doing this. Do you have any paperwork for test plots or anything else that shows that it's consistent like that, not just on this kind of ground, but every ground, you know, because we might have this soil on this end of the field, but on this end of the field, it might be a different soil. So I'd like to see that, and if it worked, I'd say, hey, I'll try 50 acres of it. that way you know. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm showing you. So if you hate on it, then you just hate on it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm out here for us, you know. I'm just showing you what we do. It's interesting. A lot of people don't get to see it. So anyway, that's what's going on today. See you later. Oh my God, I just got done blowing the combine all off. And you want to talk about a dirty job. Of course, the wind was actually perfect today, the way I put her. But this is everything that comes off of this thing. I mean, it's horrible. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's everywhere. She was dirty. It was dry corn. It was dusty. So I'm gonna put her away. Probably not gonna grease it today. I think I think we're either gonna go golfing. I think we're going golfing today and boating tomorrow. Tomorrow's Labor Day, so we're gonna go boating tomorrow and then golfing today. I think is what was planned for today. But anyway, it's oh my God, it's blown off. I was gonna show you, but if y'all don't even want to look at yields, what's gonna make you want to look at me blowing off a combine? And the funny thing is, when Larson Farms and all them other guys show their yields and their big brand new equipment, nobody ever complains about that. I don't know. I guess it's just too much wokeism in the world today. Everybody cries about every damn thing. So, well, she was just about a black combine, so I decided to take the pressure washer. And I always take the pressure washer and wash the windows anyway. After 3 or 4 days of cutting, it saves you a bunch of paper towels and Windex. So while I had the pressure washer, I went ahead and washed the sides of it and got all the black off of it and cleaned her up a little bit. So that's the best way to wash the windows. Take the pressure washer and hit your mirrors on hot water and your windows. So I'm gonna call it a day now. But oh, she'll look a lot better out in the field. Not that I'm trying to compete with anybody about the way my combine looks. That's what I do. I do it probably every year. Try to keep up on it to keep all the black stuff off of her. Plus, you know, that's our combine. I love it. I want it to be clean. So that's just how it is. All right, so I just started opening up the P1222. I haven't got the inroads done yet, but that's pretty much what it's holding at for the inroads so far. Got a couple inroads opened up before I get to the big field, but going very well. Yeah, this is what deer damage looks like right here. This is what deer damage looks like. This is what can kill your yield. Right here is when you got animals that do this shit. Spy across this whole back by the woods. Yep. See a bunch of kernels that are heavy, cobs. See, you want to see some bad? There you go, right there. That's bad. That's when you got deer damage where it shows 0. Nobody says I show horrible yields. There's your horrible yield right here for the deer damage. This is what kills your overall yield when you got this crap on this first path by the woods. So there you go. That's what deer damage does. Now once you get out past the first 8 rows, it don't look bad at all. It looks like I'll pick the yield back up. But this right here, when you're running the entire length all the way to the back part of the farm, look, there you go. Y'all want to see what deer damage is? That's deer damage. It won't even register. There's nothing here. 8 rows of nothing all the way across the back. So there you go, Bill from New York. Check that shit out. Does that satisfy you? Now I want to show you something. My average yield before I started this back swipe was 181. I went all the way down the back row with deer damage, and my average dropped to 133. That's how bad deer are. This is pretty much what it's doing. It's just averaging. It's pretty dry. That's what it's averaging. I got this last end row right here to cut. Then I'll be able to start on the big field, but it's just some long, big inroads. There wasn't nothing back there by the woods where the deer are. And then I get in the sandy spot. Here, I'll show you a sandy spot. See how dry it is and the yield? That's still not bad for sand. Going over a sand hill right now. You'll see it'll go down, then it'll go up, but still not bad. I've been up pretty high, like 250, 260 when you get on the good spots, but I don't think I'm gonna hit any big 300 and some like I did on the 108 day corn. As you can see, I'm getting to the really bad sand right now. But if I can still do over 100 bushels on the sand hills, that's pretty good, I think. And you'll see her start going back up again. Sand just kills it. So, overall, it's pretty good corn, pretty consistent. You know, when you hit 200, you'll stay in 200 for a while until you get to a sand thing, and then it'll drop down and it'll go back up once you get past it. How it is. Alright, so I'm cutting right through the middle of the field, and it seems to be doing pretty good. Seems like it is anyway. It's pretty consistent, 15, 16, 17% moisture, and it held right around 200. So, can't really, I mean, if this stuff was 23 to 24% like the other I was cutting, I'm sure the yield would be way up, but I'm sure I'm getting some header loss because it's so dry. I mean, that's 15% right there. See, I'm coming up on the sand hill right now, so it's going to drop down. It is very dry corn. Letting it get too dry in the field, we need to be cutting it way wetter than this. There's the sand hill, it goes across. It actually comes from that farm. Pretty much just comes all the way across this whole entire property. So, but it's dry. There you go. I'm not showing you the 300 bushel stuff, I'm showing you the 150 bushel stuff. See the sand right between the rows. Can't do nothing about it. You got to take the good property with the bad property. Good part of the field with the bad part of the field. Got a lot of corn to cut. Just did get it open. Like I said, that's the first swipe right through the middle of the farm. So I figured I'd come through here and see exactly what it's doing. So yeah, I think it's doing pretty good. So see, I just came off some sand. Now I'm getting back into some of the better ground. But it's still dry corn. I mean, that's pretty much the dry yield that you're looking at right there. P1222, 112-day corn. It's a brand new variety that they came out with. So as you can see, you get on good ground. The better part of the field is pretty consistent over 200. You get on a sand hill, it's around 150. So that's still pretty good, in my opinion. You can see when I'm getting on sand, the moisture change, the yield will change. But on sand, that's still pretty daggone good. So yes, I would recommend this to anybody. You know, if we had rain more, we just didn't get the rain at tail end of the growing for the corn, it would have probably done way better. But considering it's still doing what it's doing, I'm really happy with it. I mean, that's your dry yield that you're looking at right there. Very happy, very happy. Well, it's the first day of school here for the kids, so be safe out on the road, farmers, with all the school buses and the kids and new drivers. We're going to have a new driver here soon. We are finally getting some rain. I don't know if you can see or not, but we're getting some rain. Finally. It's not much. It's just a little steady drizzle, but we'll take whatever we can get. And like, subscribe, share, and I'm not going to start releasing videos until each video starts receiving 1,000 views. Then I'll put out another video. So there might be some time in between videos, but I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, we cut net 112 day, took the loads in this morning, it went 15.6%. So we're cutting it too dry. We're having a lot of loss, butt shelling, but that's how they want to do it. So I'd rather have my own tanks, my own dryer, and cut it at like 22-23%. I talked to a guy today, Dale Holland. I was asking him about his bins, and he said that's the best investment he's ever made. And I think he put them in 5 years ago, and he'll have everything paid for this year. Dryers, a couple big bins, wet bins. So definitely cutting corn. We're just getting so much header loss. I'm losing 100 bushels. I know I am. Header loss in acres. So can't do nothing about it. Got the header slowed down as much as I can. I'd rather be cutting it 22-23%, getting all of it, drying it ourselves. But it is what it is. So anyway, like, subscribe, share. See you later. Let's just keep praying the rain keeps coming.